podium, please. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. This question is going for the judges and also the teachers. Are you going to feel good when I tell you you're not allowed to take your cell phones to your work or anywhere? You just have to take them at school or when you go out with your family? I don't think so. So, my name is Abdurrahman and I'm going to talk about the motion. Should we allow high school students to actually take their phone to school? So, at first, let me define the motion. Should we allow high school students? High school students are the students between grade 10 and grade 12, and they're also called as secondary school. And to take their phones as in other words, cell phone, or is used to communicate with other people. And to school is an institution to actually teach kids or teenagers. So. Let me start. I'm going to talk about 4 main arguments. My arguments are going to be that we prepare the students to actually for the work life. And my second argument is going to be in a time where school has a tightening in budgets. I'm sorry, and to actually double standards are not okay. And my third argument is going to be about cell phones can be used to communicate in school, as well as media can be saved and used at education. And my last argument is going to be about, I'm going to say actually, it's not actually an argument, I'm going to say a story that actually happened in real life and did actually almost cost a teenager his life. For that reason, for not actually allowing them to get their phones in school. So my first argument is going to be about if we are preparing students for work actually. You all know that cell phone is actually needed everywhere. You can use it for, there's a calculator in there, engineering can use it for blue board, and actually games developers can use it for actually game development applications. For me, as a student, I'm going for a rare actually for a rare study at my university, and I'm actually not having enough time at school actually to develop that skill for me. I'm going home, and I'm actually allowed to go there and waste actually my time because I have to study everything and use my homeworks, and then I have only like half an hour or 1 hour to actually start researching about my things or my study. What about we actually implement this stuff in school? Why don't I just like use my cell phone at the break? That's my point. That's my point. We are wasting time for students just to go and hang out or look around. We can actually, and the main argument for you actually to tell me that it actually might cost us time, it will be a distraction for the students. The students might use their phone in wrong way. You can actually set some ground rules that students should actually take it seriously. If the students don't actually apply to these ground rules, you can take their phones for a day, 2 days. This is the rules, and students, I am surely that students will stick to it. My second argument is about when schools are having a tightening budget or double standards are not okay. So most schools are just saying that we can't have a new technology because our budget is low. Then why don't you just let the students get their cell phones? They already have the stuff that they need. They only need your permission to get the stuff to school to actually implement the study in there. And actually, the double standards are not okay. I have seen in my school life the managers, people from the higher educational center going just into my classroom and start taking their phones and start just like looking if this teacher is a good teacher or not, and just like start putting notes in their phones. And that's not fair. Is that even fair for us actually to see them using their phones? And us, we are actually have to type every word that the teacher says. Us as 12th grade students, we have to write everything. We have no time to write everything. Just by recording or opening an app to record what the teacher says, that will help us a lot. And actually, there is only one school that has implemented this on actually the country, in here in Qatar. They actually implemented that, taking videos in classrooms and actually giving the students the chance to actually record the class with their cell phones. And that actually raised the students' marks higher by 20%. Okay. So mobile devices are actually great for teaching 21st century skill, and actually not taking actually cell phone to school is in handy. As I said before, we are wasting a lot of time, precious time, at actually just like going around. And actually, let me tell you this: my school has 2 labs of computer. Students are not allowed to use them at breaks. Me as engineer student, we don't have computer class, so we're not allowed to research in school. There is only on the library 4 computers, and that's actually not enough for the whole school. So actually, by getting our phones, we can research, and that actually could help collaboration in the actually class. So let's say our mathematics teacher gave us like a new subject, and he wants us to research for something. We are not able to go to the lab because it mostly is busy, or actually the teachers are not in the lab, so we can't go there. So he tells us tomorrow, and we are not able to go tomorrow because we have another subject. So that's actually wasting of time, or actually wasting another teacher's period just so our teacher takes us the next period to the class at the actual lab. So having actually my third argument is about cell phones can be used for communication in school. And actually, besides taking pictures, listening to music, actually watching videos in this cell phones can be used in educational communication while schools or in classroom. Let me tell you this: there is billions and billions of apps that could help us and actually help the students to actually gain more information about this thing. Let me say I took an interesting subject today. At the 5 minutes break, I want to research about some stuff, and that actually could stick information in my mind. It's actually logically right. A statistic says that if students search for information by themselves about a subject, they will actually have it in their mind. It will actually, the thing that they search for will stick in their mind. Okay. Media can be saved and actually can be used in group work. There are some of the things that most mobile phones use for today. Let me say I am using Twitter, Facebook to share actually my notebook notes for my other students. Why don't we use our cell phones in classroom to share actually what we studied exactly right there with other students? That could actually help us a lot more, save us time, and the problem is that we are allowed to use our cell phones in the improvement classes after school. Why can't we just be allowed to use them at the school at the same time? So there's a story about some girl that actually has breathing problems. The school didn't allow her to get her phone. She has some breathing problems that she stops breathing and she has to sit down in a right way to actually breathe. Let me say that this girl went to the bathroom, no one with her. She gets that breathing problem. That will actually affect her, and that might cost her life. After getting medical researches and actually permission from the higher education center that she could get her cell phone to school, it's not actually like fair. People will start acting sick just to get their cell phones to school. And let me tell you this: there is a statistic says that 60% of the students in high school they sneak out their cell phones to school, and this statistics are in Qatar. Let me tell you this: I am sorry to tell you that students has been more dramatic about leaving their phones than actually being dramatic about their future. I might be off topic or refuting myself, but not. I'm just making a point clear that if we are not giving them or allowing them to take their phones to school, and that actually might make them feel about school, make them feel better about school. So let me say I'm getting my phone to school, I have something to do at the 5 minutes break, I'm not gonna act sick, so I just upset and just okay stay at home for 1 day or 2 days. I'm actually going to go there. And as I said, information will be better. So the study showed that 80% of the schools that actually have or allowed their cell phones inside the school has shown over 30% raise of their marks, and that's actually the study in the United States. So gentlemen, at the end, let me ask you the same question I asked at the beginning. Would you feel better if I told you you're not allowed to take your cell phones to work or anywhere? If you actually, at the first time I asked this question, you would actually agree that you would feel better, you wouldn't care, I bet you're gonna change your mind. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, that was my speech.